I made a website to help nonverbal people communicate with people who use words to interact with their thoughts. The way that it works is that you can generate a whole bunch of nodes and then change the charge or strength between them. And this can be helpful for replicating some things like the relationships between thoughts. And there are a variety of different parameters that I won't really get into, but link strength is one. And you can choose to link them in order. So if I were to generate nodes here, then here the thoughts are existing in a line and I can drag them around and see their relationships. There are also different modes that I can use to generate actual words that aren't just nodes. So something like this and another thing. And I can parse that, and then there's a collection of words that are added. If I refresh the page, then I can see that there are some relationships that align in specific ways. And there are a few other rules that I won't really get into, like concepts or locations, names you've already seen, statuses, and structures. I save that and refresh the page. You can see that the concept, location, structure, and status have their own little world. Now, this is probably pretty overwhelming to a lot of people, and that's fine. I've spent a year, actually more than a year, working on this. There are a variety of ways that you can interact with it. I'm probably going to charge to actually describe how you can use this to your benefit. But something that I found is that I can take a screenshot of this and then plug it into Stable Diffusion after I've configured it a bit more. And then it turns into a picture. So if there's something abstract that people don't really know how to interact with, I can say, hey, this is a literal representation of what is on my mind. If something isn't clear, drag around the thoughts and we can try to find common ground. You can also save these under different words. So if I add a version, I can generate new nodes and save them, refresh the page, they're there, and go back to the previous thought, and those are there too. So if I have multiple different representations of ideas that I want to have accessible to people, I can say, hey, this is the URL to this thought. Right now, there isn't any data because I don't want factshift.com to collect personal data. It would be nice to know some statistics, so I'll probably use something like plausible.io to collect anonymous statistics to see how many people are visiting it eventually. But for the time being, I like this. It's pretty decent for representing the ways that I see the world. There are a lot of really interesting parameters that you can choose, like velocity decay. So more on this later.